Hi. So, last podcast I said that I'm going to do something new and it didn't work out, but I just think of maybe we can just do something like that. Just talk about something clearly and yeah, record like that. Sometimes a podcast way, sometimes like that. Maybe do something else. But yeah, so I have two stories today. The first one, a quick one. The second one, it's kind of deep. So the first one is like I trying to expand myself uh, in the last week. So in the morning, in a Monday, I go to a new city trying to find a good business idea. Like I find a lot, to be honest. Like something I can buy it and sell it, and I find a lot. But always the problem was to offer, to afford. Sorry, to afford the first buy before you sell. It's a lot of money, and I don't have it right now. And the second one is that um, I try to find a better job, and I'm trying to. So technically, the last week is better than a lot of other weeks, and it was good to to notice that some companies or some people are replying to your um applyingship, and that's good to hear. But also, it's hard to find what you're looking for because all what I'm looking for right now, the 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 wage is low, and I'm trying to have a better life, and unfortunately, in this year or this life, to have a better life, you have to have a better salary and all around the money, unfortunately. But I'm trying to do something about it. But until now, nothing's going on, and that's the first part of what I'm talking about. The second one, it's actually related to that I have a lot. So I always think that I am creative. I can be, I can find a solution of something that's at work or in personal life or whatever, and I can find a creative solution for that problem, and like they work. Usually the creative, it was about uh, temporary, but a lot of them actually go in the long run, and that's good to hear, even at work, and also that's good to hear. But recently I can even be creative that much anymore, not in work or like I always do something creative. I used to in one point in my life I was to paint. I was also writing books or small stories, not books. I was like in recent, I was creative as to do something like a word, like a sentence or something like that, and that make me like. But recently was like not that much. And what I'm going to say, why I opened this creativity problem, that I don't know, I don't know how to reply to a professional email. Like when someone sends me an email, I don't know how to respond because I'm a technical person. Okay, I'm a technical person. I know a lot of people do that, but I'm a technically. If you ask me about something, I will answer just the thing. I'm not going to add anything to prove something or whatever. But in emails and applying for a job and talking and negotiating, you need to be more talkative. Like you need to talk about stuff a lot and expand what are you going to normally say, and also make other shit go make other stuff to like yeah to make like the conversation big and deep, I guess. But for me, I have an incident um, Thursday after I go for after I go to the market and go back to work. I took one day off, obviously. So when I go there and I ask for the comfort when I go back to work. English, please. When I go back to work, so the director that I work with come ask me that you didn't come yesterday. I said, yeah, I didn't come. So there is a second of silence. Like he expected me to tell him something more. Like I don't have to tell him I'm not going. He's not my director. So he expect me to say more. So I just said yeah. And he asked me, they didn't send anyone to replace you. So I said, yeah, no one replaced me. Like no one know how I how I work. Like they can send someone, but they're not going to do anything. They're just going to stay there. Maybe a few calls if they need something, and that's it. They're not going to do how I do the work. I'm not going to say I'm really good at my work. My salary is low. I work as low as my salary, and also that's maybe the one of the problem that I'm not creative anymore. I only yeah, that makes sense. That make a lot of sense. Like this, when I start making this decision that I'm not going to do more, that I'm going to pay all my payment, like I also start not be creative that much. That's a good question. Oh my god, that's a good question. Maybe that is connected. Yeah. It's make a lot of sense. Oh my god. Yeah. So as I was saying, I was really just answering the question. He said, he asked the question, I said yes. He asked another question, and I just answered it. No one, I didn't explain to them like no one can do what I'm doing and shit like that. I just said, yeah, no one replaced me. That's it. So I know a lot of people will say that, oh, no one replaced you, so you have a strong place like in the company, in the factory that you work with in, and you're going to ask for more money, and because no one will replace you, they weren't going to give you that. And That makes a lot of sense in a normal company. But this company have a completely different way of thinking. Like they have key people, and the only key people is the director. Other stuff is replaceable. 100%. Yeah, that's bad, but also that's the truth. Like my salary is low, so technically, if I was in any other company, I would just go, oh, I do this, I do that, I do this, and I'm only the person who doing this, and we're going to negotiate at least for a better salary. But when I try it, like I know I didn't try it yet. I'm planning to do it, but I know that the answer will be no, and this is why I didn't do it yet. And also, when I will tell them that, I will be in the radar of like anything happen, they're going to kick me and replace me easily with anyone. Yes, I'm not replaceable right now, but like for them, you can train someone to understand what I'm doing, and it will be cheaper for them technically. So I guess, yeah, that's the dilemma. And yeah, um, that's it. Thank you for listening, and bye bye.